Hello and happy Valentine's Day. This is Jamie Novak, your bite sized living specialist. And, this Valentine's Day week, I just wanted to take a moment in the rush of life and everything that we have going on to just stop for a moment and to say thank you. And to say that I really appreciate you sharing with me our time together as we try to simplify our lives and declutter and really take time for what matters most to us. And this week, what matters to me is that we have that connection that, even though things get kind of busy and we might not talk as often as we might like, that I know that you enjoy receiving the Monday newsletter and that sometimes we can meet in person possibly. So I just wanted to say I really appreciate that. And I absolutely love all of your wonderful comments that you'll send in, or just that I know you're thinking of me, especially as you try to pare down and simplify your life. A little nugget of something that we may have spoken about, or maybe that you read, comes to mind, and you go, "Up, that's what I needed to hear this week." So, I wanted to say a very special thank you, and to let you know how much I appreciate you being in my life. And that being said, I also wanted to mention that this is the perfect week to really show yourself some love. And by that, I mean there's probably one or maybe two things in your life that are completely frustrating that you just find yourself tolerating. The kinds of things that come to mind are, maybe something that's a little broken, like a little knob on a door or a drawer that you use most often. And it's just frustrating to open and close because it's a little loose. And yeah, it would only take like maybe a minute or two to screw that screw a little tighter, but you don't take that time for yourself. Just this morning, I opened a cabinet and some of my extra storageware toppled out. And I know we've talked so much about storageware in the past, and I sort of overcrowded that cabinet and everything came toppling down. And I could have taken just a moment to really pick the pieces that I use and pull the other ones out, but I didn't. I shoved them all back in the closet, and I know what's going to happen the next time I open that door. They're going to fall down on me again. And these are the kinds of things that we find repeat on a daily or a weekly basis that just are like, oh, they're so frustrating. So I think, it would be a great thing if, one, we could identify something that we're just putting up with. And it could be something in our schedule that's frustrating. It could be something in our environment. It could be a piece of clutter or a pile that we've just been meaning to get to and we haven't. And eliminate that as quickly as possible to really focus our attention in and to say, you know what, this is important to me and I'm putting myself first this Valentine's Day week. The other piece is to be absolutely sure there's some place in your home that you truly do love. And I know this can be difficult if you feel like your whole house just needs a little spring cleaning, if you will. And I know I'm jumping ahead a couple of seasons here, but why not? But that's okay. We don't have to tackle every room. What I'm saying is just something that brings you joy. And it might just be if you don't receive fresh flowers for Valentine's Day because not all of us have someone to give them to us, or maybe we're spending a first Valentine's without someone that we love very much, or we sort of boycott Valentine's Day as a general rule because flowers are 3 times as much. So maybe the day after Valentine's Day, when they're much less expensive, you treat yourself and you bring in some fresh flowers and you just really love those, right? And you walk through the door and they just make you smile. So we want to be sure that there's something in your line of sight every day that just makes you happy, that makes you feel loved, and that you're responsible for giving to yourself, that you're not dependent on someone else hopefully giving it to you. Fingers crossed, maybe this will be the Valentine's Day you'll get it. Why not just get it for yourself? Now, I'm not talking about retail therapy where we go out and buy a bunch of clutter, but you know what I'm saying. Something that really brings you joy each and every day, because you bring me joy each and every day, and I want to be sure that there's something in your life that can do the same. So I look forward to bringing you more fantastic tips every Monday. Of course, if you always have a suggestion, I'm open to hearing it. And if you've got a Valentine's Day message, I'd love to see that as well. You can head over to jamienovak.com, click the Facebook link, or you can reply to this email. Well, I'm wishing you a very happy Valentine's Day week, and this is from me to you.